Yeah, that's right. Look, check this out. I don't play no game. Me just make money, dollar, every time. See it? Now, can I explain how this game laces? That's what this game I got in the beast. What's up? This is DIASISS. Anyways, this is a Jassic update. Hold on one second. Alright, so basically I wanted to fill everybody in on what's going on with the site and a few other things. I've actually got some good news. Alright, so first up, everyone's wondering about the site. They're saying, what's up? Whoa, DIASISS, what happened to the site, man? Okay, Jassic.com has been undergoing a lot of maintenance, and unfortunately I wasn't able to send out the mass email. What I wanted to say in the mass email was basically we've got a backup site that we're using whenever our site has problems now. It's jassic.ning.com. So that's a free program. I opened that up because unfortunately we started having a lot of problems with the management of Jassic, and and we had a problem with our web designer. So that's the reason that for months it was online, offline, halfway up. Anyways, I'd like to apologize for that. It's not my fault, but I'm very sorry that it happened. Of course I am. I mean, it's my business. But anyways, you guys feel free to join and log back in, because now that we've got everything working right, we need the activity again. So support your classic Japanese car clubs, log in, hang out, post pictures of your car, you know, and all that good stuff. Let's see, more good news. Alright, JNC, thank you for having me back. Anyways, JNC banned me a couple of months ago, probably because a lot of the comments I like to say. But anyways, JNC, thank you. I'm a supporter of you guys, whether I agree with the management or not. We still both have the same objective: save Japanese classic cars from the crusher. On that note, I would kind of like to say why my comments have been so negative on JNC, because JNC, that was the main problem between me and JNC. You know, they're like, well, why do you always got to say negative stuff? You know, why are you on here if you're just going to say negative things about old school Japanese cars? Well, one thing I want to point out was I pick on the cars that, in my opinion, deserve to be picked on. I know a lot of people aren't going to like this video. The truth is that a lot of the old school Japanese cars, they weren't designed. I mean, even the designers of the cars, they'd probably laugh at people trying to fix them up because, you know, they were fixing them up and building them to be econobox throwaway cars. That's why they look so short and stubby and quirky. They weren't ever designed for style. They were just designed to get you from point A to point B. They weren't designed to be admired and talked about like, say, a 1970 Boss Mustang Fastback, or, better yet, a 1985 Celica Super P-Type. Anyways, that's the reason that I seem to have so many negative comments, because I see a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon, and I see a lot of fanboys, you know, that are just... they're just kind of going along for the ride. You know, they're just doing it because everyone else is doing it. Kind of like the same reason everyone wants an AE86 Corolla or a Skyline. You know, I mean, they're not in any way cooler than a lot of other Japanese classic cars from the 80s, but it's the fad right now. And that's one thing I'd like to point out. You know, a lot of you guys that, you know, want to save up all this money on a Skyline. Here's my opinion. With all the money that you could have saved with a Skyline, you could have restored 20 Celica Supers from the junkyard, 300 300ZXs, all kinds of 280Zs, Conquest and Starions, Subaru SVXs, 3000 GTs. I think I already said that, but whatever. The point is that Japan made more than just two cars, people. They made more than just two cars. Alright? See, I get mad when I see people put so much money into a Corolla, especially one of the Econobox looking ones, or spend all this money shipping a Skyline over here, which is in no way endangered, when they could have saved about 20 Jassics, Japanese classics, from the junkyard. They could have saved like 10 Celica Supras, 10 Celicas, or like I just said, all the cars I just mentioned. So anyways, I've been seeing a lot of that, and as a moderator and creator that of this movement, in a lot of aspects, I feel they need to say something about that, because there's a lot of cool cars that came out of the 80s. And the reason I focus so much on 80s and early 90s and late 70s is because that's when Japanese cars really started getting designed for style. And that's really when they started becoming popular everywhere, especially in America though, because they finally started to look good. I mean, look at this. Check this out. This Celica Supra looks so much cooler than some 510 in my opinion, or some weird looking Corolla, or whatever weird looking short stubby looking car, from the early 70s or whatever. I think it even looks cooler than this Corolla. But anyways, there's a lot of good cars out there, people. There's a lot of good old school Japanese cars. Let me see how much time I got. Oh, let's see here. I'm at 6:20. All right. But anyways, all right. What else did I want to say? I talked about JNC a little bit. Talked about Skylines and stuff. Also, I wanted to lead by example, actually. As you know, as a lot of you know, JNC, they did ban me, and I joined. And some people are actually wondering, why did you join again? Why did you join when they banned you? Yeah, I was leaving a lot of, controversial comments. But I joined because I want to show that I support my classic Japanese cars. Maybe I don't like the site as much as mine. Maybe I don't agree with their management. And maybe I think the cars that they're giving props to are kind of ridiculous. But let me say this. They're doing a lot for Japanese classic cars, and I think that deserves respect, because they're promoting the idea of restoring any Japanese classic car and taking it right out of the junkyard. And that includes the cars I like. That includes Celica Supras, 280Zs, Z31s, 3000 GTs, and Starions and Conquest, and all kinds of other cars. FB RX-7s, I love those. So, anyways, support your classic Japanese cars, and support your Japanese classic car clubs. So, join me, join my site, join any site, join them all. But, make sure that when you do it, you're doing it because you see the value of these cars and you see the fact that they are endangered. And the ones that are endangered are the cool ones. I mean, while everyone's fixing up the econo boxes right now, the nice cars are the ones getting scrapped. The Z31 turbos are sitting up in the junkyard while someone's fixing some econo box Nissan that looks like a box. Or the SE V6 200SXs are getting junked while people are trying to fix up a 4-door Corolla. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, think about it. You got old school Maximas, you got 200SXs, 280Zs, Celica Supras, all those things. Anyways, they're sitting in the junkyard, people. They are ready for the taking, and they are disappearing like flies. 5 years ago, they were everywhere. Now, they're nowhere. But anyways, I'm pretty sure, I think I covered it. That's about all I wanted to say. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys also. Thank you to all you supporters. I love you. Thank you. I was getting discouraged with the management team and with so many problems with Jassic.com. Like I said, that's why I opened Ning. But, I was thinking about letting Jassic.com just go. And I kept getting fan mail. I just kept getting letters and letters. I was surprised. People are saying, man, hey, where are you going? What's up? Hey, don't go, and remember Jassics, and remember the Jassics, and man, they were saying stuff like save the Alamo or remember the Alamo and stuff like that. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys personally. Shouts going out to Andy from Atlanta, Turbo with the RX-7. Shouts going out to JNC, even though we're not on best terms. And to all the other supporters, anyways, thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, this is a Jassic update. I'm DIASIS. Peace out.